Oh dear, oh dear. Right, so welcome to the show this evening, folks. Apologies, it's 10 minutes late, but it's yeah, it's just a bit of a pressure to get ready. So we're just a bit late. Oh, so so we had the Down the Mineshaft stream last night, and of course I realised that I hadn't actually, all my cameras, everything were all packed away, and I had to get everything back out again. Anyway, an ICE has broken down just past Glenlinden on its way to Augsburg. Take a BR101 and rescue the train. Pull it back to Pasing, where another ICE will be waiting to take the passengers to Augsburg. Drive carefully, you'll be going against the traffic, because there are already trains waiting behind the broken down ICE. I nearly got it wrong. Again. Right, so let's... Good, we have rail driver greatness. Superb. I want that one, I want that one. Let's put it in forward. Actually, let's stop a minute. Because this route... Okay. Why is this messing me about? Right. It will now be fun. We have PZB, goodness. Just turn wipers on. Yeah, so here we are, folks. Now I'm driving, I'm happy. It's all that getting set up nonsense. So, just in case anyone was wondering, when I sit down at the computer, I've got to look at the spreadsheet, work out what I had planned, in this case was nothing. Work out what I'm going to do by copying and pasting some stuff. Then download every scenario I've looked at and see whether or not it works okay by load testing it. Once I've load tested it, then I need to work out, is that the right thing? So I had to juggle about the scenarios a little bit, and I got the scenarios sorted out eventually. That took about 15-20 minutes. And then do the Steam group event update, Facebook message, Twitter message, update MooBot, because everyone likes that show command, as they should. Then I need to change the slideshow, and I'll tell you why about that in a minute. And then cameras all had to get put back on, they were all unplugged. I missed that instruction, but it doesn't stop in a minute. Right, we did get there eventually. So, we're going to need to turn around here, are we? So yeah, it's always fun getting ready for the stream, and normally it's not a problem. It's just that I get home late today on Thursdays. Right, switch cabins and head towards the ICE, and don't forget your lights and watch your speed on this snowy day. There will be a red signal up ahead. Request permission to pass. You need to use Control Tab as you're going backwards. Okay, so PZB has stayed in the right state. Okay. Josh Harkness, having a problem with your TrackClip Pro. Basically, you just need to rearrange your camera somehow, and try and make it so that it's in a better place. It is a bit of a balancing act sometimes, trying to work out where is the right place to put the webcam-y bit. The webcam-y bit, is that a thing? It is now, and. Still in. No, we're not in restricted monitoring. Good. Yes, and so that you can see that. So this thing has a little bit better visibility, but use the view in the screen, which lets you see the camera. Then you can use that, and then you can make sure you can always see the three green dots. This machine seems to be running a little slow this evening. Maybe there's a ton of AI we're going to find shortly. Going via Munich 707, go via Lame 9. BNSF Track IR, you can get it from Amazon, you can get it from naturalpoint.com as well. So it's in all the usual places. Whites again. Why did Sifa sound like a girl? Because sometimes it does. That's allowed. This is lane 9 we're going through just at the moment. Or it will be in any second now. Another white signal. We're doing alright for signals so far. So who watched the advanced preview? For those that missed it, the not advanced preview, the first look, the TS16 first look, tonight was Riviera in the 50s. Which I thoroughly enjoyed. Chaos Gaming, yes indeed, there is a 377 this evening. I don't know why it's something's not quite right there. I thought I just lined that camera up, but never mind. We are doing fine, so I'm not too worried. The fridge is unplugged, so it won't cause me problems. I haven't rewired everything yet to put everything on the spike protectors. That'll come. Green lights. JM says we need official TSL ice lollies. I believe you may be onto something there. We absolutely do. Even Steve agrees, look. So going via Pazing, 3.3 kilometers. 40 kilometers an hour at the next signal. Oh yes, green lights are green goodness. Every driver likes their greens. Lucas Eddy, no, unfortunately at the moment you can't buy dovetail shirts. You have to win a competition to get them. So make sure you're always entering competitions. 40 kilometers now at this signal, but otherwise than that, we're green. I'm finding it a bit difficult to keep up with chat at the moment. I'm not quite sure why, it's just really awkward, possibly because it's PZB. So if you shout at one of the moderators, if there's something you desperately need answering, and then the moderators can shout at me on Skype or something. I will try and keep up with the chat. I think part of the problem is my screen is a bit further away from the monitor than it normally is. Let's see if that works a bit better. Got a double head of freight over here. More green lights. I'm liking the green lights. We can actually speed up a bit now as well. Let's get some speeding up doing. 100 limit. Hey Mayafo, welcome. Apparently that just went down to 60. What warning did I miss then? Did I miss the ZS3V somewhere? Oh, it just went back up to 60 again all of a sudden. Excellent. At least it's not a career scenario. Hey there, Devamo. Welcome everybody. I'm not really addressing anybody, which is really not good. I think my head's in a funny space at the moment. I haven't quite relaxed and chilled into the whole driving train thing yet. Right, accelerating 260, going via Lockhausen, 3.6 kilometers. We are PZB and CFA controlled. What can go wrong? Apparently we've switched to LZB. We have indeed switched to LZB, and the speed bug is taking us up to 200. Lockhausen 3 is just coming up here. Olching is 8 kilometers, and then we are meeting the ICE at 13 kilometers. Right, that's us at 200 kilometers an hour, near enough. PZB disagrees. That wasn't PZB, so that's fine. Hey there, Ryu 2. That buzzer thing was LZB doing its thing, telling me that I should slow down. Which was actually wrong, because it was actually in the process of speeding up itself. Train Fever, this scenario I think is about 50 minutes, then the next one's about half an hour, the one after that's about 45, and the last one I think is about an hour. What lights are we presenting at the moment anyway? Just realised that it's better. My bip isn't working. So I'm not getting the benefit of the light flashing up. Just a pain. Never mind. Right, screenshots. So you'll notice the screenshots have changed. And they've been changed to speed reduction coming up. I didn't see what it was for though. We're in LZB control. Why was that light flashing green? Well, I've slowed down a bit now. Screenshots. 80. Nice job, LZB. That's enough of CFO. Going via Olching 5. Okay, so we're crossing here as well. No? Oh, okay, that's not on our line. Sorry, I was racing up here and I thought, hang on, is that my train? Yeah, so screenshots. So I've updated the screenshots. However, the screenshots are now just screenshots I've taken during the stream. What now? There's something very funky going on with the speed limits on this line. Right, you're getting closer to the broken down ICE. You'll get a red signal before reaching the train. Request permission to pass and approach the ICE with care. Remember to use Control Tab to drive it backwards. Right, now I can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, so I have changed the screenshots. They are screenshots that I have taken. And the basic reason is because I have been advised in the most strong way possible not to have unlicensed content anywhere on my channel. That includes the screenshots. So so I normally am quite strict about not showing unlicensed content on the actual scenarios. I've been told that that absolutely has to apply to the screenshots as well. So they've gone, and I'm just showing my own screenshots now because I know that they've been taken from only official stuff, which is all fully licensed. So apologies for that, folks, but it is more important to stay within the law and respectful of people's property, I think, so... Right. Got some speed back up again now. Hopeless Hyena, is there any warning given by PCB you need to acknowledge? I'm actually running under LZB at the moment, so in theory there is nothing. All I should be doing is following. You see the little red speed bug here? I should be following that, but it looks like there's some other stuff going on as well. Ordinarily, that flashing green light... Oh, that was a red. This is going to go bad. This is going to go bad. Hopefully this is the red. Yep, alright, we're approved, and we're slowing down. Phew. Something very strange going on with the PZB and LZB on this route. It should have been slowing me down. Right, so we're now coming to pick up the ICE train. In general, for PCB, no, the signals tell you what to do. So you'll get like a ZS3V indicator, which is like a number, and that will have it'll tell you what your speed is to be at the next signal. So that will tell you need to slow down. In terms of acknowledging PZB is done. There's certain sets of signal aspects, and if you get one of those, you must acknowledge it. You should just know what they are. You don't generally get any kind of, warning. It's not like CIFA, which does what it just did there and says, "Are you sure you shouldn't be pressing a button right now?" With PZB, basically, it says it knows internally you've now got 4 seconds to respond to this alarm that you can't hear. And right, so we're just coming up to the ICE train. Deadly Dorito, you sent me a lot of scenarios. I've got also 56 pages of scenarios to go through elsewhere. You'll just have to be patient, please. Oh. Okay. So I just broke that ice, well and truly. Right, we are now. Good. Switch cabins and pull the ICE back to padding. Due to the type of failure on the ICE, your max speed cannot exceed 80 km/h. Oh dear. Right. Right, so we're limited to 80 km/h. Brakes on this train are rubbish. Right, we are now going via Lockhausen 3 again, 12 kilometres. Dave says, do you not know the 3 mph connection rule? I do. I had the brakes on almost full and it wasn't slowing down. What have you turned into tonight? I don't know. I've also started to suffer from what seems like it might be tinnitus, and it's sort of driving me a bit bonkers. Green light. Right, CIFA, yes, CIFA. Ram it in reverse. Yes, all those that didn't put your seatbelts on when we coupled up to that ICE train, well, I guess you learned your lesson. Are all the pantographs down on the ICE? No. Good evening, Gouger. Oh, Jesus, just boot it. Speed limits are for losers. Yeah, I've been reading up on it today, Graves.net. It's I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, the wife already has to shout at me. She frequently does. How many scenarios tonight? 4 scenarios tonight. Got reduced aspect coming up. Actually, it's just reduced speed, it's not reduced aspect at all. Still 80 on a green. Devamo, thanks for the scenario recommendation. Those of you who are sending me loads of recommendations via Twitch, can I ask you to do it on the Steam group? Otherwise I'm bound to forget and lose and miss things out. The Steam, the reason I set the Steam group up for the suggestions is so that I only had one place to look. I'll try not to miss any, but if you put them on the Steam group, then they won't get missed for sure. Oh yes, battling the Cajon, Devon Mo. I'm sure I saw that one previously. It's the FEF on Cajon Pass, isn't it? I'm sure I saw that one. Five kilometres to Lockhausen. If I do a 24-hour stream OMG trains, I'm sure I will get through a ton of stuff. 44353, glad you got your prize working, you're more than welcome. Kilometres. I've just realised what someone said. They thought I said 12,000. Actually, it's Lockhausen is the name of the place we're going to. Well, we're going via anyway. Good evening, 737. S-Graves net. When placing signals that control a level crossing, do you have to use a 1T type of signal, place one marker after level crossing, or just a normal? I must admit, I don't know. I wasn't aware that you could link the signals to the level crossing, actually. It may even interrupt the signal from the level crossing from working, because they are track link objects themselves. Lockhausen 3. We're going to pick up passengers at Pasing and then drop stuff off. So we're going to drop passengers off at Pasing then. Anthony Pecoraro, what's on the show today? So we're doing this one on Munich Augsburg, then we're going to go to South London Brighton, run a Class 377 scenario, and then we're going way up north to the Weardale and Teesdale line, and that's to run a BR standard 2MT, which I'm quite looking forward to doing actually. I do like the 2MT. And then we're going to run the oil train along the Chicago racetrack. Seems like leaving oil all over the racetrack is sort of a rude thing to do, but Mr. V thinks West Highland Line extension has signals linked to crossings. That's a bit more complicated. The signals linked to crossings on West Highland Line extension are massive, great single level crossings. You're talking an enormous asset where the linked bridge and everything, and the signal is actually built as part of the level crossing, so that when the level crossing gates shut, it also animates the signal over, but it's not actually working as a proper signal, he says, in quotes. It does the job quite nicely though. I realise Agsig said oil trains run over the racetrack all day, every day. I was being silly. Is the DTG employee discount 100%? That is if you work on most of it anyway. Yes, everything will end up on YouTube. I'm going to try and not let it get as far behind as I did. I've still got more to upload. At least one that I've got to download and piece back together. That was insane. I didn't realise I think it was like 20 videos I was behind. Right. Just keep it going up to 80. We're stopping at Pasing track 10. Goodbye, Dark. Thanks for everything. CSX Trainman says he's only watched one stream. Well, welcome, CSX Trainman. We've had no new followers tonight. What's going on? If you're new and you haven't pressed follow, then press follow. Mind you, there's only 103 of you. That's quite low, actually, for this time of night. A squirrel streaming or something. One and a half kilometres to our stop. Anthony Pecoraro says railfan mode is very interesting. I thought so too. Steve Jam says you shouldn't have said that, because now the trollers will come out. I've actually got all of that stuff switched off, so the trollers can follow all they want. They're not going to get their name up in lights. 40 kilometres an hour at the next signal. PCB acknowledged. Oh, track 10 we're coming up to now. Dave, yeah, a YouTube is, yeah, G920 would be awesome, but there's no way I can afford it even at a discount price. Ridiculous price. Well, it's not a ridiculous price, it's just too much for me. They're a really good wheel, but I got Cameron a G27 and that's enough. I'll just borrow his every now and again. Ah, Squirrel's running Forza 6, the G920 wheel. Very nice. That's why no one's here watching trains. Everyone's watching Forza 6. Maybe I should do that. Remembering, of course, that we've got no brakes to speak of. Right, slowing down a bit faster now. Alright, and the passengers, I'd just like to thank the passengers very much for not smashing all the windows. Obvious, would it be safe to assume that every payware DLC is properly licensed, even if it's not on Steam? I cannot speak for anything that's not on Steam. All I know is that if it's on Steam, then we have the license. Dovetail, sorry, have the license for it. But if it's not on Steam, then I've no idea. You will need to talk to the people that make it. Okay, let's get this train to the repair shop. Watch the speed limits. You might encounter some red lights. Request permission with tab key. Yes, we're going the other way now, aren't we? Dave says the wheel's still brand new. Wait for the price to drop, or even get the wifey to get it for you for Xmas. If the wifey getting it for me is still me getting it for me, so. Oh, Devious says trains are better. Switch from Squirrel Stream to here. Well, thank you very much. That's awesome. So we've got a 40 limit and we're in restrictive monitoring. Welcome, Steve Van Epps. Yes, I've got your scenario with the called Battling the Cajon. Devon, I remember seeing that one. S. Gravesneck, can you explain fully what you mean licensed? What I deem licensed is what literally is licensed. What it means is that whoever made it has spoken to the legal team at the railway company in question, and they have a license signed by both parties that says they are allowed to use the logos and liveries and all the rest of it. That's licensed. It literally means that they have a piece of paper called a license. WT says watching Train Sim is the most relaxing way to get ready for bed after a stressful day of work. Well, to be honest, I have never slept better since I started doing the stream. It always chills me out quite nicely, except, you know, when I get really frustrated, but, you know, that doesn't happen too often. Minecraft stream went very well, actually. S. Gravesnet, so it's copyright and companies' names, logos, liveries. Yep, you've got it. Hi there, Moggy. Excellent. Yes, you're right. He says that's because I'm here, Matt. A day without me is like a day without sunshine. Actually, Moggy, you should have watched the Minecraft stream because my Moggy decided to make a guest appearance. He stayed and had a cuddle for a little while as well. Don't need the big HUD. Why have I got the big HUD on? Why did no one say get rid of that big HUD, Matt? So going via 5522 East. Matata, how come the Virgin license never been agreed? To be honest, I can't really talk about things like that because A, I'm not informed, and B, it's not my business. So I don't know, I'm afraid, and I can't talk about that. Sorry. WT says you do work, you stream late in the evening, and you do have a family. How many hours do you sleep a day? More than you think, actually. As soon as I finish streaming, I'm pretty much, unless I'm doing. The problem is that when I finish streaming, I'm generally a bit tired, and when I'm tired, I make stupid decisions. And you know, things like, oh, now is a good time to watch 3 episodes of a TV show on Netflix, or oh, just pop into Minecraft for a minute. 3 hours later. You know, I tend to make really bad decisions at that time of night, so I have to really make a point of realising that if I make any decision at all, I'm supposed to just slap myself and ignore it. If I do that, then I go to bed and I get 7 hours sleep. You know, I get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Of course, if I'm streaming till 2 o'clock in the morning, that's a problem. But I always have the option of telling my son to take himself to school. I'll sleep in for another couple of hours and then I'll go in. And as long as I get a car in rather than walking, I still end up about on time. So, it all works out fine. What are my favourite Netflix TV shows? I'm watching Gotham at the moment, which I wasn't really sure I was going to enjoy because I'm not really all that much of a big on the on Batman stuff, but I am really enjoying Gotham. House of Cards, I really enjoyed. I'm looking forward to seeing season 4 of that if they ever make it. Definitely, House of Cards. Frank Underwood is definitely my #1 bad guy ever in a TV show now. He's insane. Anthony Pecoraro wants an exterior view. We should really have an exterior view, shouldn't we? We should also be screenshotifying the goodness. Problem is I've got SIFA to deal with and I've got no external alarm, so I can't really stay outside too long. Have I seen Inside Out? I haven't seen Inside Out yet. A green light. Yes, Stephen Jam, I am pulling an ICE 3. Oh, I've heard lots of really good things about it. S. Gravesnet, I used to watch Person of Interest all the time, but yes, I have seen it and caught up to date on Netflix as well, because I was a little bit behind. Person of Interest is very good, that was always a favourite. Continuum is another one I really enjoy as well. I'm waiting for the next series of Continuum to come on. And Once Upon a Time, really enjoy that. JW Blobman, how am I doing the... oh, I missed a bunch of follows. That's bad form. Hang on a minute, folks. Right, past signal of danger. We got white lights. So, CSX Trainman 8888, thank you for the follow. And, Prying Ace. Oh, I was too busy reading that name trying to work out how to say it. It's everybody else's fault. There. Alright, shush. Train's getting excitable. What have I done wrong here? Brake is on. Why won't the brake come off? The brake won't come off. Oh, hello, something happened. No? That won't come off. Turn the engine off. Switch it all back on again. Still won't release the brakes. So we might be dead here, folks. I'm going to turn Pisa B and C4 off. Ugh. What if I move the controls manually? No. It's not that one. The loco brake. So the train brake is set full on no matter what. Devon Mo, your ACS 64 on the NEC on it won't let you go over a 0 mph, which you guys won't let us use it on the NEC, so you guys messed it up. If you're running the ACS 64 on any route other than New York, New Haven, then you need to yeah, it doesn't matter, the brakes aren't coming off. Oh, this scenario might be dead. You need to disable ATC and ACSCS, and then it will, as just Control D, Control F, and then all that stuff goes away. Oh, what's going on here? Why won't the brakes come off? All the brakes are off. Switch cabs, that's a good idea. Electric loco brake is off. I have released all the brake steam trains unlimited. They're all off. Every single one of them. Let's reapply them and re-release them. And apply and release. Apply and release. They're all off. We've tried switching off. Let's try that one more time. Let's switch it off and on again. Did I break the loco already? Good job it wasn't a black 5, really. That's all I can say. Hit the F3 button. I've already tried both of those. All or three of those, sorry. I have released PZB. Everyone's saying the same thing. Emergency brake reset button. Where's that, Deltic Dan? PZB's back on. End. And that. Apply a brake and release it. No. No, I was saying, Henry Hive, at least it isn't a black 5, given I broke it. Someone just said there might be an emergency brake reset button. I'd never heard of one of those before. Stand up. Horn. I can do that. Yeah, I failed, I think. No, this isn't the scenario's fault. The scenario is not at fault here. There's something strange happened with the brakes. Have they come off yet? No, they're still firmly on. Ah! So I've just pressed the backspace key. Good suggestion there, Coplop. I'm out. We're off! Oh, turn off the wiper. Yeah, Moggy will be getting upset. Nice one, Coplop Mal. There you go. So we've got a wiper. We're going to Munich Work 703. Coplop Mal. Well, pressing the emergency brake seems to have freed it up. Try Alt F4. Thank you for installing. Going inside now, so we will turn off the wipers. We do not want to suffer the wrath of the Moggy. Black 5 would have worked from the start. This worked from the start, it was only until I broke it. Right, so we're dropping off the ICE in here. So CSX train man just wanted the horn, so I've blown the horn. Given I was inside, I probably just deafened everybody in the building, and they now have blood flowing out of their eardrums. But that's fine, it's not coming out of my eardrums, so I don't care. Right, moving on. Good job, now park the engine outside and get some coffee. Eh? After that little problem, we definitely need coffee. We have a shot from the depot inside. Occurs to me I've got Seafer on, and that would be bad. Right, now let's just see where we're going in case we've got points and things that need setting here. So we're coming out there and going to stop at reverse, and then we'll reverse the train. Good, we're all good to go. Finch Starlin says, did this scenario consider that I might not want coffee? There is no coffee for anybody else but me. It's just coffee for Matt time. Well, actually, it's diet soda for Matt time because Matt just felt like it was time for a drink. Right, we're going to go all the way to reverse 1. We're not in restricted monitoring, we are in a 40 limit though. I do need to remember that running light engine, this loco has no brakes worth having. That was a red light. Don't tell me we've done it again. Press the tab key just at the wrong time. Oops. Right, does the brake come off this time? No. Yep, press the backspace key and it releases. So, that's on. Hey, right, we're getting the hang of this now. We're like pros. Devon mode, do I have the 844? Yes, I have everything that's on Steam. Yeah, we've got a white light here now. Why did we get a red light before it then? Grumble. At least we know how to reset the emergency brakes now. That's a good thing. Braking in advance this time, except I stopped a bit too early. Right. 44353 just failed Miami West Palm Beach because he passed a red light. No! Switch off the CFA stuff. We're changing ends in a moment. What's my secret for the live map, JW Blobman? It's an extra tool that I've written. Unfortunately, it's not available. Hopeless Hyena has written a version of it, though, if he wants to send a link out. Switch cabins and park the engine in the designated spot. I'll leave PZB off for this short journey. $799 is our destination. We need to control tab through here. Devious, is my setup on YouTube video? Yes, in fact, there's a behind-the-scenes stream video where I basically give a tour of the garage I'm in. I give a tour of the setup, and then I do a behind-the-scenes while I'm actually doing a stream. So you can find that. I did that one a while ago. Are we turning left here, or are we going to smash into that train? We're turning left here. Yay! We got there in the end. So that scenario was ICE Trouble by FH Productions, BR101 on Munich Augsburg. And yes, very good. Very, very good. Little problem there that I had with emergency brakes, but that's my fault. Fringe Starlin says he hit the buffers at Liverpool Lime Street earlier. See, that's got to have a name that isn't Nebworth. Actually, doing a Nebworth at a terminus has to have its own name. Maybe that's going to be called a Lime Street from now on. Or a Fringe Starlin. Right. Henry Hoover probably wants a HST, I think, in 10 1/4 inch. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, let me switch back to changing route while I have a drink and get the next scenario up and running. Fringeworth, there you go, Adam. That is Fringeworthy. Back in a minute, folks.